your eyes on these 3 growth stocks for October 2020. Stock is as easy as it gets. You just go to your trading platform and press a button. Buying the correct stocks, however, is an entirely different thing. A good long-term investor can reliably find profitable companies without worry about the short-term situation. But don't worry, because this comes with experience. The longer you spend on the stock market, the easier it will become. Besides, investing isn't some sort of obscure magic. You've got your reports, your data, and your understanding of the market. You just need to get the hang of things, and you'll be able to start making these calls on your own in no time. And of course, I will always be here publishing these videos to help you out as well. Today I've prepared a short list featuring a couple of really promising long-term investment targets for you. We'll have a look at JD.com, Beyond Meat and Nvidia. I also have a special bonus suggestion waiting for you at the end, so stay with me till the end. And before we get started with today's video, I really hope that you enjoy my content and you find it not just useful but also inspirational. If you want to help my channel grow more, please don't forget to give me a like and share the link with all your friends and family. And if you are first time, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to make sure that you never miss a video. The pandemic has left the stock market in a state of disorder. And while the volatility may seem scary at first, now is not the time for selling. Actually, it's the exact opposite. The decrease in prices presents an excellent opportunity to find and buy profitable stocks. How to find good growth stocks? When looking for growth stocks, you want to focus on things that could potentially outperform the SP 500. This means stocks with quarterly and annual earnings growth of at least 25%, companies with potentially game-changing products or services, concrete competitive moats, profitable companies demonstrating exceptional revenue growth. Additionally, you would want to keep a close eye on the supply and demand for the stock itself. Aim for the stocks that are at the top of their industry group and those with strong institutional support. When you find a company that checks most or ideally all boxes, it's time to take a look at the charts and find your entry point. You are waiting for the stock to form a base and reach a buy point. Then you go in. And remember guys, we are long-term investors here. We are in it for the long haul. Just because a stock seems to be doing well right now doesn't automatically mean that it will perform well in the future. When you are playing the long-term game on the stock market, you want to invest in companies with a promising future. Companies that will keep growing with time. We are not talking about months, but years, 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, or even 10 years into the future. This is what you are after. Let's start with JD.com. Market cap 117 billion. Current price as of 5th of October, JD stocks is priced $76.10. PE ratio 527.96. Ever since dropping from its record high on September 2nd of $86.58, JD.com has been declining. Despite the stock's relative strength taking a slight dip, it still remains near at recent heights. Thanks to its strong performance over the past few months, JD stock was even named IBG stock of the day. Okay, but why I'm so passionate about keeping track of JD? Well, the first and most obvious reason comes from the stock's earnings growth. Over the last 3 years, JD.com has demonstrated an average growth rate of 47%, which is quite impressive. In the words of Sandy Hu, JD.com Chief Financial Officer, facing a constantly evolving macro environment with unprecedented complexity and opportunity, she believes that as the domestic consumption is slowly recovering from the disruption brought by the pandemic, both the release of pent-up demand and a structural shift of consumer purchasing behavior from offline to online have added to our strong performances in the quarter. During a recent quarterly earnings conference call, Ms. Hugh noted that they are currently working to overcome the challenges posed by the pandemic. Once the issues are resolved, a lot of investors, myself included, believe that things are going to look really good for JD. Currently, JD.com is posed against Alibaba for a battle over the e-commerce field. They're also aiming to become a leading supply chain-based technology and service provider. Let's go to Beyond Meat stock. Current stock price as of 5th of October, $166.24, market cap 10 billions, total cash 222 millions, total debt 64 millions. Beyond specializes in the production of plant-based meat substitutes. The company created GMO-free nutrition products that taste, look, and feel just like animal meat without harming any actual animals in the process. Their mission fits in exceptionally well with the currently active movements for natural resource preservation, climate change, and human health, and the results applying to see. Beyond Meat finally met their first major milestone, at least as far the majority of investors were concerned, by dramatically increasing their gross profit. On September 14, 2020, Beyond announced the launch of their latest product, Beyond Meatballs. The GMO, soy, gluten, and synthetic-free meatballs replacements are expected to become their next big hit early in October. The product will be available for purchase at Whole Foods Market owned by Amazon, Sprouts Farmers Market, and Kroger, as well as some of the small franchises. In addition, the A.L. Segundo Cliff-based company has announced an agreement to bring production of plant-based meat to the China market. Let's move to Nvidia. Current stock price as of October 5th, Nvidia is $522.49 per share. Market cap 334 billions. Total cash 10 billions. Total debt 7 billions. And a very good balance sheet. Like most of the big corporations, Nvidia owes much of its success to the efforts of its Jensen Huang, one of the company's co-founder and CEO. Mr. Huang started the company in 1993 and made it public in 1999 with a market cap of $228 million. Today, Nvidia proudly sits as a market cap of $308 billion. Thanks to Jensen Huang's innovative and expansive efforts, Nvidia has grown tremendously over the years. Time and again, his leadership has allowed the company to grow and prosper, with last year's revenue scoring an excellent 50% on the growth scale and cash flow increasing by 1.6 billion. On top of encouraging organic innovation, Nvidia CEO turned out to be a phenomenal capital allocator. In just 10 short years, from 2005 to 2015, Nvidia managed to return about 70% of the free cash flow to shareholders through dividends or shares repurchases. Since 2015, it has grown its cash position, starting 2020 with $8.9 billion for net cash to use strategically on acquisitions. The most recently announced acquisition was Arm from SoftBank Group for $40 billion in a combination of stock and cash. This pending deal will expand Nvidia's addressable market, seeing as Arm's chip design is in 90% of smartphones. It's expected to close in about 18 months. Arm is the latest in a string of value-adding acquisitions, including Mellanox and Cumulus Networks. Huang has demonstrated an exceedingly impressive affinity for capital allocation and continues to push the company towards organic growth. Personally, I believe that there is no reason to think he will ever slow down, which is precisely why I have placed Nvidia on this list. My bonus for you is Qualcomm stock. Current stock price as of 5th of October is $115.47. Market cap 132 billion. Following a 10-week rebound period, San Diego's farm chip market is finally up for grabs. And considering the market's current state, is definitely a stock worth watching. Ever since the end of July, Qualcomm stock has demonstrated substantial growth, managing to hit a record high. Over the past 3 quarters, the EPS enjoyed an average growth of 27%. At the end of July, the company managed to surpass its fiscal third quarter estimates with ease. And when we look at the bigger picture, we can see that Qualcomm's earnings rose by an impressive 8%, considering their revenue of $4.89 billion. And to this, the fact that they offer a decent dividend yield of at 2.21%, and you can easily see why I like this stock so much. While the 2014-2019 period wasn't particularly generous to Qualcomm or the industry as a whole, the advent of 5G wireless technology was exactly what they needed. Qualcomm 5G chipset already powers the premium Samsung devices, and they've also got a new set of chips at low-end 5G phones in the works. Despite the growth of 5G tech and the increased demand for semiconductors, the market is still shaken up by the aftermath of the pandemic, and the stock prices haven't had the time to recover. I expect Qualcomm stock to remain somewhat volatile for the time being, and I will be keeping close eye on their progress. So, I've invested in Nvidia last year, I invested in Beyond Meat in January, I invested in Qualcomm at the beginning of the year, and invested in JD last year and this year. So I'm still watching them all the time very closely, so I can keep adding a little bit whenever I feel is the right moment. And this concludes my list of growth stocks for October. This video went for a bit longer than usual, but I believe it was well worth it. I think that these 4 stocks are absolutely amazing, and we'll be paying close attention even to them more. In closing, I really want to say thank you all for staying with me until the end, and I hope that you found my insight helpful. If you enjoy my content, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share the video with your friends. Leave your thoughts, ideas and questions about these stocks or investing in general in the comment section down below. I'll be getting back to you as soon as I can. Alternatively, you can also send me an email or a message on social media. And now, till next time, stay green and motivated.